my name is Kim Noel. I'm president of Spectrum Senior Consultants. Welcome to Lifestyles Over 50. We are at El Tri-C campus in Tamaqua. As a previous admissions director in nursing homes, I often saw seniors and their caregivers being overwhelmed by the aging process. And I understand that, so I started a company to address those issues called Spectrum Senior Consultants. We act as power of attorney and consultant for seniors, and we also work with caregivers to help them address these issues throughout the aging process. We also wanted to get information out to caregivers and to the baby boomer generation, so we started the magazine Lifestyles Over 50 right here in our area. And to add that, we are now including this TV program, Lifestyles Over 50, for the baby boomers of our area. If you would like more information, please feel free to give us a call at 570-624-9674. And I would like to now introduce our guest, Janine Reppert. She is president of AARP Healthcare and AARP Resources. Hello, Janine.
Hi, Kim. Thank you so much for having me today.
You're welcome.
AARP Healthcare and AARP Resources are family-owned. My mom and I, who are both nurses, started the companies in 1988. So we'll be celebrating 25 years next year. I've been doing this since I was born.
So, yeah, I was going to say maybe 4, but born, that works.
Okay, and our goal is to take care of the elderly and disabled and allow them to remain at home where they can have quality of life and allow their caregivers to have peace of mind that their loved ones are well taken care of and not have to worry, so that their time with their loved ones could be quality time.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of all of that, Janine, I know that caregivers go under a tremendous amount of stress, and they're maybe raising their own children, plus maybe taking care of an aging family member, and there's a whole lot that goes on. So what I'd like to talk to you a little bit about today is some tips for safety in the home and caregivers and what they can do to help themselves.
Sure.
Okay, so what can a caregiver do if they have an aging parent and they want to make sure that they're safe in the home? Do you have any tips that you could give us?
Sure. Well, there's lots of options. Well, first of all, we don't want the caregivers to burn out. And that happens a lot, like you said, when they're taking care of their own families plus their parents. So there are opportunities out there to make sure that they're safe, maybe calling and checking in that they've taken their medications. We want to make sure that they're taking their medications accurately and that they're eating and getting the nutrition that they need, that their home is safe, and based on whatever their care needs are, accommodating to them.
Mm-hmm. So ways that they can maybe make the home safe is watching throw rugs, or the way furniture is laid out, different things like that?
Right, exactly. We don't want any slip, trip, or fall hazards anywhere. So we want to make sure that the floors are clear of clutter and throw rugs that aren't secured with like a double-faced tape or something like that on the bottom. Otherwise, it's a hazard for the elderly to slip and fall on, or anyone actually.
Mm-hmm. Are there any tips in how furniture can maybe be laid out to, if the person needs to maybe grasp furniture for extra support, or that they don't maybe fall, like that's not obstructing the walkway?
Right, we do want to keep things unobstructed, and perhaps if they need to hold the furniture to walk, a walker might be something to help them get around easier and more safely than having to grab on furniture to move. But we want to make sure that the pointy edges of things are not in the way to create an injury if a fall would occur.
Mm-hmm. And what about steps?
Steps. Well, we certainly need to make sure that the steps are secure with a railing and that people use the railing when they are going up or down the steps. The loved one lives alone, and it's better to keep them on one floor at that point and utilize a room on the lower level as a bedroom rather than having them up and down the stairs on a daily basis.
So there's a lot of practical tips that families can do to make sure their loved one, who maybe isn't getting around as well as they used to, are safe as possible in the home environment.
Right, right. And there's always the option of caregivers through your area of agency on aging or other programs out there that may entitle your loved one to have service provided through a company like mine, and that just adds to the caregiver's peace of mind.
And many times, a lot of these people, our parents and the elderly population, are taking many different types of medications. Is there anything that a caregiver should be aware of in terms of medication safety?
Yes. Actually, if the loved one has a cognitive diagnosis such as dementia or Alzheimer's, we definitely want to make sure that their medication is not within their reach, that their pills, it might be easier to have them pre-poured in a daily reminder box, and keep the rest of the medications out of reach, so that they don't inadvertently take them outside of the prescribed hours and times. We just want to also make sure that their medication is not outdated either. You can return that to the pharmacy, and a lot of times there's different drives. Companies will have medication drives where you can get rid of all of your expired medications, because we definitely don't want to keep those in the home either.
And finally, what about meal preparation? Do you have any feedback on how we can make sure that our elderly loved ones are getting the proper nutrition and managing the stove appropriately?
Sure, right. I think we should weigh them. We should get an idea of their weight, so then we can tell if they're not eating or they're losing weight. A quick loss of weight would be a concern, a medical concern. Prepared meals will help them be able to heat them up quicker, utilizing a microwave versus the stove. And again, if they are having a dementia or Alzheimer diagnosis, the stove may be inappropriate for them to utilize anymore as a safety hazard. So you can also consider turning that off.
Okay. And I know there's so much we could go on and on with information for caregivers, but Janine, I just want to ask you, if anybody has any further questions for you, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay. Well, you can reach us at area code 570-501-8500. That's Aaron Healthcare and Aaron Resources, and we are always looking for great people to join our team too, in the capacity of caregiver and all other types of job classifications. So please don't hesitate to call us or find us on the web. Our website is aaronjobs.com. That's AARONJOBS.com.
Thank you very much for your time, Janine. I appreciate it. Up next, we have Jim Palmquist, State President of AARP. You are watching Lifestyles Over 50. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lifestyles Over 50. I am joined now by Jim Palmquist, the State President of AARP. We are honored to have you here today, Jim. You have extensive background, so I'm going to allow you to tell us a little bit about that.
All right. I thought I'd begin by saying that I am the volunteer president of AARP of Pennsylvania. I am the chief of our state council, our executive council. I act as chief spokesperson, and I'm also the chief volunteer, though I am a volunteer. I want to say up front, I'm not involved with the AARP insurance or travel discounts or whatever that AARP offers. I'm involved with the volunteer side of AARP, that we are trying to help people have more full lives through our work. We're a nonpartisan, non-profit organization with membership starting at age 50 that helps people have independence, choice, and control in ways that are beneficial and affordable to them and society as a whole. We don't endorse candidates, we don't endorse political parties, we don't give money to candidates or political parties. We're an independent organization. One other quick data point, we have 1.8 million members in Pennsylvania, and we have 140 chapters in Pennsylvania that are meeting monthly, and we have 35 million members nationwide. When Kim invited us to talk here today, I thought it would be good to tell you about the most exciting thing we have going on, and it's called You've Earned a Say. It's a national dialogue about the future of Social Security and Medicare, which is very interesting to everybody in our audience today, I think. So far, the future of Social Security and Medicare has largely been discussed behind closed doors. There is some work going on behind the scenes, but the people that have paid into it and the people that are critically dependent on these two programs are not getting a say, and AARP is giving them a say. We're in a 9-month program. We're a third of the way through it. We've done 150 events in Pennsylvania and 1,600 events in this nation about this program, telling people about the basics of Social Security and Medicare. We've already received 800,000 questionnaires. We send out questionnaires, and we've got 800,000 people have already responded. So though you may not know if you've earned a say, it's a very big program. In June, we came out with about 27 ideas of how to improve Social Security and Medicare. These ideas did not come from AARP. AARP arranged for them from Brookings Institution and the Heritage Institution, among other organizations. Some are progressive, some are conservative, so we're really looking at the whole gamut of ideas. And we're putting this information in people's hands, so when they talk to their congressman, they can say, what about extending the cap on payroll taxes for Social Security, for instance? And there's a lot of issues into it. You'll see at the bottom of your screen during the program the website earnedasay.org, and you can find a lot more information about it there. We also have got two great publications. One is AARP Magazine and the other is the AARP Bulletin. Both magazines have circulations of 20 million people, which is twice the size of Reader's Digest, so they're really big circulations. And if you look at the June issue of AARP Bulletin, it came out about 2 weeks ago, the middle 4 pages talks about You've Earned a Say. The first page talks about the first third of our program and what people are saying. The second 2 pages are the second questionnaire asking you what you think should be done with Social Security and Medicare. And you can enter that by mail, by phone number, you can enter it through websites. Again, at earnedasay.org, you can find a lot more about it. I was in Congress in Washington last week, and I met with Senator Casey, with Representative Gerlach, Representative Schwartz, and Representative Dent, and I met with staff with Toomey and Murphy from the western part of the state. And several of them are saying their constituents are already asking about what they think should be done to improve Social Security and Medicare. One of the things that really concerns us is that there's so little good information out there. I've come across many 35 and 40-year-olds who say, well, I'll never get Social Security. But the fact is they will. Social Security has enough money right now to go 21 years, I think it's till 2023, paying full benefits. And then it can go another 75 years paying 3/4 benefits if we don't do anything at all. Now, the Social Security benefit is a good program, but it's a modest benefit. And to cut it 1/4 would be very difficult. So we're encouraging Congress to look at the Social Security to make it just a little stronger. And everyone listening today will be a recipient of Social Security benefits. Now, your congressman isn't telling you that, and I don't know why they're not. But AARP is telling you that, and it's on our website at earnedasay.org. And there's, though I should tell you about Medicare. Medicare is a much more difficult program. Medicare in 12 years, the Part A of Medicare, which covers hospital costs, is not going to have enough money to pay its bills in 12 years. So Congress, in the next year or two, is going to have to look at Medicare to set it on a stronger financial footing. And we're interested in making it, again, a program not just for seniors, but through the generations. It's a critical program and a very valuable program to people's lives. So again, go to earnedasay.org and you can find out more about that. I'd also encourage you to consider volunteering with AARP. I'm not going to have time today to go through a lot of the things we do, but there's a phone number on the screen, and it's 1-866-389-5654, where you can contact the Pennsylvania staff member and find out about volunteer opportunities. Membership in AARP is of great value. It only costs $16 a year. You get 2 publications that are twice the size of circulation of Reader's Digest. You get great discounts at health and travel. I happen to have AARP insurance myself, and I didn't pick it because I like AARP. It's the best deal for me and my wife. We have a lot of other things we offer, like opportunities to volunteer, and your spouse joins free. And if you join more than 1 year, the price drops. 3 years is $14 or something like that, and 5 years is $12. So it's a great bargain, and I'd encourage you to join. We are fighting for your Social Security and Medicare, and I think that makes us worth supporting. If we've got just a minute, I'll just rush through. We have a Drive to End Hunger, and we're sponsoring Jeff Gordon's race car called the Drive to End Hunger Chevrolet. We do more tax returns in H&R Block. We did 100,000 tax returns in Pennsylvania this past year under a program called TaxAid. We're funded by the federal government. The IRS funds that actually. We can get you discounts on insurance through driver safety and volunteer opportunities to create the good. So that's just a quick look at AARP, and we encourage you really to get involved in the battle over the future of Medicare and Social Security.
Thank you so much. On a different note, I know long-term care is a huge issue that is going on throughout our country and our state today. Can you tell us a little bit about AARP's stance on that?
Yes. Again, one of the lobbying things we do is watching the state legislature, and one of the issues that's come up is long-term care. Pennsylvania is a state that really favors institutionalizing people, and we've spent a couple years trying to convince our legislators to use lottery revenues to support at-home care, bring in nurses or bring in home health aides. People, seniors, typically want to stay home as long as possible so they get better care at home, and it's cheaper for the government by providing supports at home rather than institutionalizing people. And it's a struggle. Tell your state legislator, we really want to have seniors that prefer to be at home, left at home with supports that they need out of lottery revenues.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. A lot of information. Jim, thank you so much for being with us today on behalf of AARP. We'll be right back with Porcupine Pat. He's going to tell us about nature trails and different outdoor activities in our area. You are watching Lifestyles Over 50. Welcome back to Lifestyles Over 50. You are with Kim Noel, and I'm pleased to introduce Porcupine Pat McKinney. He's the Education Coordinator at the Schuylkill Conservation District. Welcome.
Well, Kim, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to come in and talk with people about, the beauty of our state and also recreation opportunities.
Wonderful. Well, I would like you to talk to us a little bit about what the opportunities are this time of year and throughout the year in our beautiful area.
Well, some people know me as the guy that walks outside a lot. Yes. And I'm very, very fortunate to have a number of people that enjoy going outside to really appreciate what we have. Our area is well renowned for our mountains and valleys and, of course, the forests and streams. And there's a lot of natural beauty. We have a program, an initiative that's actually a collaborative, Kim. This collaborative is everybody from Diacon Social Services to Schuylkill County's Vision, the Schuylkill County Visitors Bureau, the Schuylkill Conservancy, and of course the Conservation District. It's called Schuylkill on the Move. And Schuylkill on the Move is a laissez-faire outing organization. What we do is we have any number of programs, and I've got a program schedule right here. In fact, Kim, last Sunday we had a program up above Port Clinton, and it was on the Blue Mountain near the Appalachian Trail. Our focus was looking at the charcoal flats, which are historic, but also we had a chance to walk around and see the fire tower and, had a number of people.
Mm-hmm. So basically, Schuylkill on the Move schedules walks or coordinates scheduled walks throughout our area?
Yes. I'm very fortunate to work with Judge John Domalakis and Robin Tracy. The judge, he's from the Frackville area, quite the historian, and he still presides. I also have Robin Tracy, the education specialist at Tuscarora and Locust Lake State Parks. And together we try to come up with some really neat places to have people enjoy our history and also the beauty of our landscape.
All right, that's wonderful. I think it's really awesome, the walking opportunities and the outdoor opportunities that we have throughout our area.
Kim, what's neat is we have people of all ages that are on this. And we're not talking about people with 50-pound backpacks like you would find in the Appalachian Trail. We're talking about people that want to go out on an afternoon for 2 or 3 hours, maybe for like a 4 or 5 mile trek. And then, we start and we stop and we enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And I know you have maps and a couple different things that you want to talk about.
We have our brand new Schuylkill County Outdoor Recreation Map, Kim. And this is actually coordinated by the Schuylkill County Sportsman's Advisory Board, but it was also sponsored by the Conservation District and also the Schuylkill Conservancy. Mm-hmm. And as you know, conservancies, they try to protect land and also get people to be more aware of their natural resources and the role they play to help ensure that we have good, clean resources for all of us to use.
That's wonderful. And the other map you have is the parks and forests?
Yes, this is, here in Pennsylvania, in the past few years, we had an opportunity to have a park within 25 miles of every citizen. And that's because of the foresight of people from a number of years ago. And well, look, in our area, we've got everything from Nescopac to Tuscarora, and those are beautiful places that people enjoy. Hickory Run, all those parks. And actually, Kim, in Pennsylvania, tourism and outdoor recreation is the second leading business. And it draws income. It helps our economy. And we are what I think the 4th or 5th most visited state in all of the country. And one component of that is to enjoy the outdoors.
That's wonderful.
And this map right here is one that the state put out, and you can contact that map through the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources website.
Okay, and the other thing, I know that we have some county parks throughout our area. Are you affiliated with them?
Yes, we actually have one county park here in Schuylkill County, and it's called Sweet Arrow Lake. And I have a program schedule that tells you all the different walks and programs. Now, I love working with people of all ages, but one fine age I like to work with are the real young children, Kim. And the children like 3 and 4 years old. So in August, I have a Wee Ones Walk. And last year we had our first one, and that Wee Ones Walk, we had about 65 young people.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, boy. But fortunately, we had older folks that came with them, people over 50. And like the young children, their curiosity was there, and the enjoyment and opportunity to meet others. That's what it's all about.
So in summary, what are the health and the mental benefits of getting outdoors and walking and enjoying the scenery? What are the benefits of that?
Well, Kim, I'd like to think that when you go outside, you get the cobwebs out. That's the key right there. Sometimes life gets in the way of a lot of things, whether it be maybe you forgot to pay your sewer bill, or whether you're concerned about your grandchild, some grade that the child got at school. But walking reduces that stress. But also, what's equally important is a chance to chat, talk, and meet kindred spirits. People like you, same age, that enjoy doing the things that you would do too.
And if anybody would like more information, Porcupine, how could they get in touch with you?
Oh, I have a really easy email address. Simply porcupinepat@yahoo.com.
Okay.
And you can access that anytime.
Okay, wonderful. And thank you very much for your time today. I know that you're very busy, especially this time of year, so I really appreciate you coming in and joining us here at L-Tri-C in Tamaqua for Lifestyles Over 50.
Well, thank you very much, Kim. I appreciate the time and opportunity to talk.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us on our first edition of Lifestyles Over 50. We will be back again, and we will be speaking to representatives from Diacon about their Living and Learning After 50 Expo. We invite you to join us. I'm Kim Noel, and have a great day.